Did your camera click silently at 01:18 a.m. on this haunting August 2025, capturing a red pulse that disturbs the stillness of this cluttered room and sends a shiver down your spine? This emergency broadcast exposes a horror lurking beyond your sight, where psychologically it's sensory dissociation disconnecting your perception from reality. And a 2025 study reveals 80% feel an eerie unease when their devices reveal the unseen. Is a spectral imprint watching? Subscribe now to uncover this chilling secret. Is a red flash bursting from that camera? The hallway darkening with an unnatural hum that makes your heart race as you back away from this sinister device. This broadcast drags you into a psychological abyss where perceptual anomalies warp your trust in your senses. And the 2025 study warns 80% experience a disorienting fear when their camera betrays them. Could a spectral imprint be revealing itself? Stay tuned for more. Did a faint image flicker from that camera? The attic trembling with a ghostly presence that chills your blood as you tremble in its glow. This emergency plunges you into a psychological trap where sensory dissociation blurs the line between seen and unseen. And the 2025 study confirms 80% sense a haunting entity when their lens uncovers the unknown. Is a spectral imprint emerging? Don't miss the next revelation. Does see me pulse from that sinister capture, the basement, echoing with a hum that feels like a voice calling from beyond as you press against the wall. This broadcast locks you in a psychological cage where perceptual anomalies heighten your fear of the invisible. And the 2025 study notes 80% panic when their camera speaks. Could a spectral imprint be demanding attention? Subscribe now. Is a faceless shadow revealed by that camera? The yard drenched in rain that amplifies the dread as you back away from this haunting device. This emergency thrusts you into a psychological vortex where sensory dissociation detaches you from reality. And the 2025 study warns 80% feel a ghostly presence when their lens exposes the unseen. Could a spectral imprint be near? Stay with us. Why does a warping shadow pulse from that lens? The balcony shaking with an otherworldly hum that threatens to pull you into the storm's embrace. This broadcast drags you into a psychological nightmare where perceptual anomalies distort your perception. And the 2025 study reveals 80% feel pursued when their camera twists reality. Could a spectral imprint be advancing? Keep watching. Did a glowing figure emerge from that lens? The wall trembling with an unseen force that floods your mind with terror in this decaying space? This emergency locks you in a psychological abyss where sensory dissociation amplifies your dread of the intangible. And the 2025 study warns 80% sense a spectral presence. Could an imprint be manifesting? Subscribe now. Does look closer, whisper from that lens. The window rattling with a sinister hum that invades your sanctuary as you reinforce the barrier. This broadcast traps you in a psychological snare where perceptual anomalies heighten your fear of discovery. And the 2025 study confirms 80% dread such commands. Could a spectral imprint be urging you? Don't miss it is a reaching shadow twisting from that lens, the night roaring with a storm that blinds you as you shield yourself from this relentless device. This emergency drags you into a psychological hell where sensory dissociation turns every image into a threat, and the 2025 study warns 80% feel ensnared. Could a spectral imprint be close? Stay tuned. Is a figure breaking from that lens? The clock ticking with an ominous rhythm that fills this room with dread as you step back in horror. This broadcast locks you in a psychological cage where perceptual anomalies shatter your peace. And the 2025 study notes 80% feel hunted when their camera reveals such forms. Could a spectral imprint be free? Keep watching. Why does a towering shadow wail from that lens? The shed echoing with a desolate cry that freezes you as you crouch in hiding. This emergency thrusts you into a psychological vortex where sensory dissociation consumes your hope. And the 2025 study warns 80% feel doomed. Could a spectral imprint be victorious? Subscribe for more. Is a growing shadow pulsing from that dread? The floor creaking with an ominous weight that drives you back in panic? This broadcast traps you in a psychological abyss where perceptual anomalies end your stability. And the 2025 study warns 80% feel their end. Could a spectral imprint be rising? Don't stop now. Did a faint echo ripple from that lens? The cellar darkening with an unseen presence that terrifies you as you hide in the shadows? This emergency locks you in a psychological snare where sensory dissociation heightens your terror. And the 2025 study warns 80% sense a spectral sound. Could an imprint be calling? Stay with us. Is a cracking shadow from that frame. The rooftop trembling with an eerie cadence that drives you to crawl away in fear. This broadcast drags you into a psychological hell where perceptual anomalies shatter your sanity. And the 2025 study confirms 80% fear collapse. Could a spectral imprint be breaking through? Subscribe now. Does vision ends pulse with a towering shadow from that final capture? The abyss swallowing your last sight as you collapse under this relentless lens at midnight. This emergency broadcast traps you in a psychological abyss where sensory dissociation seals your fate. And the 2025 study warns 80% feel their end when the camera prevails. Could a spectral imprint claim you? Watch the full horror now.